Welcome back to the channel. My name is Working Man Reads. I hope you haven't been working too hard. Today I got my coffee in my new little coffee mug that I got for Christmas, and I'm just gonna be going over what I've read, what I finished, what I'm gonna read. Um, wow, yeah, it's been a lot. I want to start off with the manga that I finished. There's actually a series I finished recently. This will be the last installment. I don't know if I talked about it on the channel, so I'm gonna just run it back because this is the last manga that I did finish. I really enjoyed this one. I'd say I'm about a 3 on it. I mean, it's not quite like my favorite series of all time, but I did enjoy the Crazy Food Truck because you have this like girl and she's almost like 11, you know. She's a young lady, I should say. And she's got these superpowers. She kind of broke away from this compound, and you start to get to know what's going on behind the scenes. But I really enjoyed like this friendship that built, and how they just navigated this Mad Max style world and just were making food that they found along the way, like almost like just street food. So I dug it. I thought it was pretty cool. Some artwork on the back. Yeah, this is like the manga style. So you know if you like it or not. Next, I do want to cover real quick. A lot of my reading has actually been with my kids. They're getting older, so now we can actually take turns reading. So a lot of the time, like that, I'm not alone. I'm reading with them. So we did finish the Magic Tree House. I'm not gonna review this or anything, but the Magic Tree House, Night of the Ninjas. They loved it. We're on to the next Magic Tree House. This one was actually sent to me for review around Halloween time, and we did finally finish it, my kids and I. And they were pretty scared of it, so that was good. It's kind of like a Goosebumps style book. I love this guy. I am Eerie. I think that's a creative name. This one's pretty cool. It's got this young child. He's afraid of going to the dentist, like so many kids are. This new age dentist office opens in his small town, and naturally his old dentist he's banned from going to because he bit that dentist, so they have to find a new dentist, and of course they pick kind of the scariest facility to go to, and I'll leave it at that. You should read it for yourself. It's pretty cute, it's pretty fun, nothing inappropriate in it, so yeah, that's pretty good little book for kids. I'd say it's like middle grade or something like that. And then what I've been reading, I'm still working my way through Angels and Demons. I'm about 200 something pages. So I'm at 227. I'm on chapter 56. I love this one, man. It is one of those books you could sit down and just blast through because all of a sudden you blink and you're 4 chapters in. I think it's pretty good. Honestly, for like a thriller, for what it is, it's pretty good. I can see why they were so popular when they first came out. I also can see why they're hated because it's kind of mindless fiction. But man, if we're having fun, who cares? So if you haven't read Angels and Demons, because maybe you grew up the same time I did and you kind of missed the boat, I gotta readjust. My back is hurting today, boys. But yeah, Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. I love it. Yeah, I don't know where I'll be like star rating wise, but I've been really digging it. Next, I've still been working on General In His Labyrinth. This one's been pretty awesome. I'm actually like not dog earing. I'm tabbing it as I go through, and I actually have a notebook and I'm taking notes on it. I'm gonna do that for the more literary fiction that I do read. So this one's by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I did a lot of research on Bolivar and that era. I haven't made as much progress as I wish I did in this, but I'm like I said, I'm kind of taking it slow. Next is Hard Reset. I just wasn't in the mood right now to read it, but it's not that it's bad. I just I was more in like a literary fiction style mind frame, but I'm still plugging away. I'm doing like 20 pages a day. It's very entertaining. It's a lot like Angels and Demons in the fact that like at page 100 you're at chapter 16, so it's one of those thriller style sci-fis where you just every page you want to turn and read more. So I've been digging Hard Reset. I'm looking to try to finish that this month. Next is The Setting Sun. This is probably my favorite read that I've been reading. I wasn't expecting it. My mom sent me like $20 to get a book. This one was on my list. I think actually No Longer Human was on my list by Osamu Dazai. but I ended up picking up The Setting Sun. I don't know why, it just sounded more interesting to me. It had to do with post World War II Japan, and basically the aristocracy's failing. You follow this young woman who's, I think she's like 29, and like her life is just basically stalled. Maybe because of the war, maybe because of her own failings. And you kind of follow her trying to rebuild herself. She is no longer wealthy, so she had to move. And you just kind of follow her. There's just this one line. I will never be able to find it, but it basically in the first chapter, the young lady kills like a bunch of snake babies because a snake actually, you know, it's like I said, this is the first 10 pages. Killed her dad. So that's why they're losing their money. So she's like every egg that she can find of a snake, she tries to kill. But then her mother like gets upset at her, and there's like this analogy of the snake's eyes looking sorrowful and like sad that they lost their babies, and that the snake is dealing with grief. You'll have to forgive my kids in the back; they're having a great time. They're playing some Minecraft while I film this video. But so the snake is dealing with grief, and then the main character looks at her mother's eyes and sees the grief of what she's going through and losing everything that she knows and everything she has. So it's just a beautifully written, awesome start to that book. So I'll probably finish that tonight. Next up, I do just quickly, I know I did a short about it, so I'll crank them through. I'm reading A Life of Crime as my kind of horror read right now. Really like it. It's just underrated, kind of like nobody ever talks about this one, and I just love the vibe of it. So I'll drop a review for that one. I do give it a finish. That doesn't make any sense. Might need some coffee, guys. But next I'm reading In the Miso Soup. I'm about halfway through that one as well. This will probably be finished this week. This was a priority to get this one done. I've been really digging Japanese fiction lately. I don't know why, but if you haven't heard me talk about this one yet, it has to deal with the seedy underbelly of a Japanese sex trade and stuff like that after hours. And your main character is assisting a Westerner through Japan, and he's starting to think maybe this guy's behind some killings. They're getting mad at each other out there. Also going to be finishing The Magician. Now this is a kind of an auto fiction. I also have been tagging this. What did I tag in this book? It's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, I think I know what I did. Let's see. So I didn't have the disposition for worship. I'd put Andrea on a pedestal for barely a year. There were other bodies, sure, but few survived the course of... I can't read this on YouTube. But, so if you don't know, as I go halfway through that sentence, my apologies, you'll have to read the book for yourself. This author actually was in the corn industry, as the kids call it now. And so there's a little bit of, it's very, edgy, if I can say that. It talks with a lot about, like sexual violence and sex, and, it's just gross, but also really well written, really well paced. It's very like short, choppy paragraphs and pages, so you can really get through it. I've just been like not in the mood for it, which is weird for me. Just not been in the mood for my normal, which maybe I'm just changing as a reader a little bit right now, which is kind of scary, but also a good thing. But yeah, so that's The Magician. Now, the next anticipated read that I'm really excited to give a try, I don't know why, but is going to be Salvage the Bones by Jesmyn Ward. Now, this one has to deal with an impoverished family. It's a gritty, southern grit, dealing with, like, economic turmoil and basically this family who's getting ready to basically get hit by Katrina, which was a big thing when I was younger. Like, I just remember seeing the devastation that Katrina brought. And this won actually the National Book Award for that year. So I've heard nothing but great things about Jesmyn Ward, so I'm excited to give this one a read. I haven't read too much of the synopsis just because I don't want to spoil anything for myself. I just wanted to know the gist. But this actually, it's a first edition hardcover, but I think it was an ex-library that they kind of just like decided to take things off of it. Which, if you're going to sell an ex-library copy, I think you should leave the Mylar pages on. You know, the cover protector, because that's, like, honestly, like, I'd rather have the dust cover protector on there than have you take it off, but whatever. So yeah, super excited to get into this one. I hope everybody has been enjoying their reads. I know this was a pretty quick one, kind of rambly, but that's what I've been reading, what I've gotten recently, which isn't a lot. I really only got 2 books, and what I'm going to read. So if you guys read any of these, are you interested in reading any of these? If so, let me know down below, and I'd love to chat with you in the comments. Thank you. Bye.